Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Sean Diddy Combs, I know you are sick. However, he felt when he had to settle with Cassie, and we saw him outside of Star Island, one of the places that got raided, looking sick with his assistants. What is it, Christine Coram, and he looked like he was about to throw up. Baby, times that by 8. Add on 20, divide by 10, and then multiply by 50. And that's how sick Diddy feel right now. But y'all, what we want to talk about is that whole thing that we were covering last night with Diddy's jets. There was so much going on. We were reporting everything we heard off of the internet in record time. But one thing that actually, an item that came up was where his place, what his plane was. Where was Diddy? Where was Diddy? It was reported through TMZ that the feds were actually looking for Diddy. Diddy, for a moment, was on the run. Here's the thing. It seems like one of the reasons it took the feds so long to find him, and by so long, I mean not long at all, because like I said, the feds run the air traffic control, was because sources are saying, right? Well, the streets are saying that Diddy was trying to evade talking to the feds, even using a decoy jet for 4 hours. And even when he used that decoy jet, baby, the feds still got him. But guess what? Not only did they get him, they arrested one of the people that works closely with them on a possessions charge. Interviewed Diddy, detained Diddy, right? Held him for questioning, then just took cell phones, let him go, and let him be on his way. And Diddy was seen walking around, pacing after they left, crying. Why are you crying if you weren't trying to evade the feds? Now, listen, we don't pretend to know what's in Diddy's mind, but just listen to this because it's an interesting theory. Not only that, after they detained and questioned the boys didn't return to the home. Who is it? Justin till 10:30 p.m. And then Christian came about 2, or they weren't there together, came about 2 or 3 hours later. TMC said they gathered their possessions and they bounced. Diddy really tried to evade by using a decoy plane. What is the decoy plane? If you guys don't know, everybody was tracking Diddy's jet. Diddy has the black jet. I know Diddy's so mad he painted that jet black because, baby, yeah, you can see that mug from the sky. I know he's like, oh, why ain't I paint it white so it could just blend in? You don't even gotta be TMZ and use the zoom lens. You could just look. Hello, yes, aviation in Barbuda, Antigua. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's here. Well, I mean, it's the only black jet around. Is there another private jet painted black? I don't know. I'll go check. But yep, and yes, black people. Yeah, we think it's him. Anyway, so the around the confusion was the fact that Diddy's jet on the flight tracker was going all the way to. People said that it was headed to Capo Verde, formerly Cape Verde. It was about 4,200 feet north of Puerto Rico, and it was forced to land in Barbuda. Barbuda is a part of Antigua, like in that area, right? Okay, if it's not a part of Antigua, don't drag me. Okay, I missed that day of history class, but just listen to the big parts, right? So they said Diddy's private jet was flown to an island in the Caribbean yesterday while the feds were raiding his 2 homes in the States. Again, the Guardian saying it was also his New York home, and there are reports that it was Chicago. Homeland Security is keeping a tight lip on what was happening. Again, TMZ got state and local on lock. I've never really heard TMZ have entryways into federal investigations, but you never know, right? And while he wasn't on the plane, right? TMZ is saying this, it's no less noticeable on the runway, as you can see from a new shot. The photos obtained by TMZ showing the rap mogul's famed all-black Gulfstream 5, dubbed Love Air, grounded Monday night at an airport right in the heart of Antigua, where it landed Monday after traversing all over LA. There's no signs of activity near the plane. And get this, law enforcement or otherwise said, there's no activity near the plane, law enforcement or otherwise, and there's no indication anyone on board was mixed up with what was going on here in the USA. Okay. Now, Here's the funny thing, okay? Here's the funny thing. They were, for some reason, Diddy has his own private plane, okay? This is the weird thing. So his Gulfstream landed in the Loca Airport in Florida. For some reason, Diddy decided to switch planes. So whoever was on the black plane, and maybe it's assumed it was the twins because they are on spring break. They keep saying Diddy's with his family, but we don't know. Maybe he's with the twins and Quincy, because Quincy and the twins were not at the LA house. And maybe Justin and King Combs were supposed to join later. Okay. That's just me speculating. I don't know. But, right? They had their Puffy's Gulfstream, and Diddy got off, and then he got on a separate, different jet. And right when he was getting on the different jet, that's when feds, Homeland Security rolled up on him, detained him, and questioned him for hours. Yeah, it was a mess. He was not charged, okay, but he was held Monday evening at the Opa Loca Airport in Miami. If you guys don't know, the raid happened around 3 or 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at the houses. So it would be in Florida about 7 p.m. because it's a 3-hour time difference, right? He was pacing around outside looking like he was going to cry. Sources with direct knowledge told TMZ that Diddy was with his family. However, Homeland Security agents rolled up on him. And while there was certainly some questioning going on, they're saying that nobody was arrested, including Diddy. And our sources tell us his movements are currently not restricted either, at least not yet anyway. In other words, he's free to roam. TMZ has a photo of the moment federal law enforcement people intercepted Diddy's party, and you can see them all on the runway as agents speak with them. Unclear where Diddy might be at this point, but obviously Uncle Sam has an eye on him. So let me just get this straight, right? According to what they're saying, Diddy has a black private jet. That black private jet stopped in Florida. Diddy, according to TMZ, hold on, again, Homeland Security officials seized phones from Diddy in Miami before he was scheduled to depart on a trip to Bahamas. Okay. Now, again, according to 3 law enforcement sources familiar with the warrant, Diddy was in the Miami area when authorities executed the searches. It's not clear if Diddy made the trip as planned. So they're trying to say that somebody left in Diddy's plane headed toward an odd flight tracker that had the feds scrambling. That plane, it's unclear if it landed in Miami actually. However, Diddy was getting on a separate flight. Homeland Security rolled up on him. When that plane landed in Antigua, Diddy wasn't on the plane, and Diddy has his own private plane. Again, people are saying that Diddy tried to use a decoy plane because he heard the rates were going down. However, he just didn't know, baby. If they're raiding you, the feds already have their eye on you. They have all their eye on you. Okay. Also, they also have your eye on you. I also do want to point out too that he was never on that private jet that was all on the flight trackers. So why was that jet flying around? It makes you think that he was using a uh, just some sort of decoy plane. He did switch jets. There's video of that because the jet he got on is a white private jet, and that is not in Diddy's private jet. It's not Diddy's private jet. I'm going to put the video up on loop if I haven't already been doing that. I do want to say this, and I thought this was very funny. There was somebody on Twitter. Let me pull this mess up. There was somebody on Twitter that had a novel idea on why Diddy switched threats. This was Ian Carroll, cancel that clothing company. Ian Carroll on Twitter said, so TMZ apparently filmed Diddy at Miami airport today. So he couldn't have been on his private jet that apparently flew from LA to Antigua and Barbados today after he was raided. So let's actually think about this, okay? And again, let me know what you think in the comments because I'm working through this like you are. Diddy had his private jet fly from LA to Antigua. At the airport, you see his kids. Well, it looks like the twins and Quincy. Maybe. I don't know. You see him with some people. TMZ says family, but TMZ. Justin and King Combs was in LA. So who was on Diddy's private jet that flew? And Diddy was trying to be on different planes. Where is he going? What's going on? And if you think Diddy wouldn't run, baby, nobody thought Russell Simmons would run either. But please, Diddy got more serious charges than Russell Simmons. And the feds never raided Russell Simmons' house, as far as I know. Anyway, right? He says, so he can't have been on his private jet that apparently flew LA to Antigua and Barbados today after he was raided. So my guess, this is Ian saying it, is they flew a bunch of videos, evidence, maybe assets to safety outside the USA. And Diddy is still on the run. But I'm guessing they find him by the time we wake up in the morning. They have actually found him and everybody in his bloodline. So this was tweeted last night. The most important thing to remember here, though, is Diddy was not the top of the chain. He was just the face of the operation. They are likely to try to pin this all on him and save the more important, and he put in parentheses, non-Black people. Now, I know he was actually trying to be funny, not actually saying that non-Black people are not important. I mean, Black people aren't important, but it goes to say that we all know what's going on. Diddy is rumored to have had bigger, badder, richer, more powerful people, and he did serve them in a way. So at the end of the day, the feds are playing a little game. You guys, this is not over. The feds just do not raid a place and then don't go for any arrest. I'm telling you guys right now, the feds are messing with Diddy. And another reason why I believe they vacated their home in the middle of the night is, would you stay someplace the feds went? Please, you'd probably be sitting there talking to your teddy bear and the feds just be sitting there eating popcorn. Tell my son, what's she doing now? T's ain't doing nothing. She just washing her face. I wish she stopped picking at it. Those pimples ain't never going to heal. That's what they're doing. They're watching them through the teddy bear and probably listening to them. I wouldn't stay at my place either after I got raided by the feds. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I will keep you posted, but ish is getting real. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.